This is Stepping Stones lesson 5.2. We are still using multiplication to make comparisons, and we are going to be using the tape diagram. Step in says Fiona sells 45 raffle tickets for a school fundraiser. Owen sells 3 more tickets than Fiona. How many raffle tickets has Owen sold? How can you tell if the problem is about addition or multiplication? Write the numbers that can help you figure out the answer in the tape diagram below. So if I was going to do this, I would say, okay, he sold at least 45 because it said he sold 3 more. And then he sold 3 more tickets than Fiona did. So our little porcupine over here says, I will call the number of tickets Owen sold T. So T equals 45 plus 3. Class 4B sold 3 times as many raffle tickets as Fiona. Complete this diagram to calculate the number of raffle tickets Class 4B sold. So they sold 3 times as many, which means that they sold 3 sets of 45. So my problem here would be 45 times 3 equals, I'm going to say B for class 4B. This says, what is different about the 2 diagrams? I would say I noticed that each of these groupings is the same as this first one. So I know it's 3 times as many as this first one. Whereas here we have one that's the same and then one that is much smaller. So I know that it's not going to be multiplication. I also know this says Owen sells 3 more tickets, and this problem says 3 times as many. So this word more is going to signal you most of the time to add, and times is going to tell you to multiply. Step up says, write multiplication or addition to show how you would solve each problem. You do not need to solve the problem. A says, a plane ticket costs $245. It costs $35 more to reserve the seat. What is the total cost? So I'm looking at $35 more. I'm going to say this one is addition. Do B on your own. It says an economy class ticket costs $96. A ticket in first class costs 5 times as much. What is the cost of a first class ticket? 2 says, complete the tape diagrams to solve each problem. Then write an equation to match. A says, the first game was watched by 2,075 supporters. 150 more supporters watched the second game. What was the attendance at the second game? So I know in here, this was 2,075. It's the same size as this one, and we know that at least this many watched the game because this one says more. So my problem is going to be 2,075 plus 150 equals, I'm going to do F for fans. B says, Kathy sold 789 copies of her book last month. She sold 420 copies this month. She has 45 copies left to sell. How many books has she sold? So this month, so this one is worded a little weird. It says she sold 789 copies of her book last month. She sold 420 copies this month. So I'm going to write 420 down here, even though it makes it look like these should be the same size. She has 45 copies left to sell. So I'm going to put that over here. But for me, I'm going to cross this out because she hasn't sold them yet. So we want to know how many she has sold. So I'm going to add 789 plus 420 equals B for books. C is a little more straightforward. It says it takes 30 seconds to reheat a pie. If the pie is frozen, it takes 6 times as long. How many seconds does it take to heat a frozen pie? So you're going to fill in this tape diagram and then write the math problem that will solve it to go there. You don't have to solve it, just write the problem. Step ahead says, draw a diagram to help solve this problem, then write the answer. A coach orders uniforms for some of team players. Shirts cost $16 each and shorts cost $10 each. What is the total cost of 5 uniforms? So I'm actually going to draw 2 different diagrams, and these are going to look really bad. 16 and for the shirts. And the coach bought 5 of them. My drawing is really bad, so each one of these would be 16. So this diagram is going to give us the total cost of the shirts. Then we're going to need to draw a similar diagram for the total cost of the shorts and add shirts plus shorts to get our final answer. And then we will be done.